So in case you don't know, we have a request today for a deep stretch class rather than a challenging class. So that's what we're going to do today. And those of you who like to challenge yourselves, you know the ways that you can work harder if your body needs that. And we are, however, going to start with a little bit of core work and begin on our backs. Hi, Teresa. So I don't want you to be frightened. We're going to start on our backs and do a little bit of core work, but it's not going to be a challenging class. It's going to be a regular deep stretch. It's always good to do core work to begin anyway, to establish the stability in the spine before we start stretching. And we'll begin just lying on our backs. You can have your legs however they're comfortable, bending the knees, straightening the legs, resting them out, resting them in. And you can rest your hands on your body or have them out to the side. See what works for you, what's supportive. If it will support you to close your eyes, I invite you to do that. And let's all bring our awareness to our eyes, whether they're open or closed. We're seeing if there's any tension around the eyes and softening. Your attention to your jaw and your mouth, perhaps making space between the upper teeth and lower teeth. Relaxing through the lips and the tongue. And then spreading a sense of ease across the whole face. Perhaps engaging a hint of a smile to help the face soften. And then bring your attention to your hands. See what the hands are holding on to. And let it go. And now bring your attention to your breath. Noticing first how the breath moves the front of the body up and down, or maybe out and in. And then see if you can feel how the breath moves the back of the body. Maybe a little bit more pressure into the floor. And then less again on the exhale. Maybe just a sense of filling the back body out. And then feeling the breath in the space between the front body and the back body. And then start to deepen the breath to fill the most space that you can from the belly to the chest. Feeling the whole body relax as you exhale. See if you can stay with the rhythm of your breath and just bend your knees and lift your feet in the air to the height of the knees. And then on your next exhale, pull your belly in and press your lower back into the ground. And then keep pressing the lower back into the ground even as you inhale. Maybe feeling like the inhale presses it in even more. Maybe not. And then maintain the pressing of the back into the ground so that the lower back does not arch at all as we move the legs. And we'll lower them one at a time, slowly. I like to inhale as I lower and exhale as I come up, but you may find that the opposite works for you or some other breathing pattern, but do try to move to some pattern with your breath, coordinating. The idea is that as the leg lowers, you're moving from the hip flexor only, so you're not bending the knee any more than your starting position. And you're trying to prevent the lower back from arching off the ground by pressing the belly down. Try to keep your head and neck relaxed, your face soft, your arms effortless. Isolate the work in the core. One more on each side. And then hug the knees to the chest. Feel everything relaxing. See if the breath comes up into the chest a little bit more with the belly obstructed by the thighs. Collarbone spreading. And open the knees wide, letting the hands rest at the inner thighs or the outer thighs, whatever lets you release your legs down more. Send the breath so low into your torso that it feels like you're filling the space between your thighs with breath. And then release the feet down, have them nice and wide apart with the knees bent. Really take the feet wide. And then drop both knees to the right. And then just look up a little and see if your left knee is in line with your left hip. If not, try to bring it in line with your left hip. And then bring your left foot in line with your knee so that there's straight lines and right angles. If you can and if you want, you can place your right foot on top of your left knee or just leave it on the ground. And we'll send the left arm overhead. And then aim the outer edge of your left foot toward your left knee. So a sideward flexing of the foot, like you're pressing your inner ankle down toward the floor. And then stretch long out of your hand as you breathe deep up the whole side of the body. If your right foot is on your left leg, leave it there. If not, you'll be invited to bring it there in a moment. We're going to lift the left knee and place the left foot on the floor with the right ankle above the left thigh, above the left knee on the thigh. And then lift that left foot, clasp your hands behind the back of your left leg if you're able to. If not, use a strap. And then flex both feet. Take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale, press the left foot toward the right foot. Just slow, long, deep breathing here. And then release the right foot to the ground, knee bent. And then straighten and bend the left leg with the foot flexed, up and down. And then hold the legs up straight. Take a breath in and then exhale. You can lift your head if that's possible and comfortable.
Slide your hands up if you can. If you need to leave your head down on the ground, that's fine. And then if and only if your left leg is straight, then go ahead and straighten your right leg as well. Take a nice, long, slow breath in. And then add another sip of air in on top of it. And then exhale, draw your belly in, let your shoulders relax back toward the ground. Inhale long. Take an extra sip. Exhale, hands heavy on the legs as the shoulders relax back and the belly pulls in. And then just continue like that. Keep both feet actively flexed, even the right one. And if your head is lifted, release it down. Send the left arm out to the ground to the left. And then just guide your left leg over to the right as far as it'll go without causing the left hip to lift up off the floor. If you can hold on to your foot, feel free. Otherwise, the outer leg is fine. Again, you want to keep both sides of your low back on the ground. And you can turn your head to the left just to help stabilize you. Deep breath. Feel for that expansion and contraction wherever it may be, however slight it may be. Encourage it with the fullness of your breath. And release the leg straight back up in the air. And slowly lower the foot down to the ground with control. Once the leg comes down, relax the legs, relax everything. As you breathe, notice how the right side of the body feels and how the left side feels. And then bend the knees and step the feet nice and wide apart. Let both knees come down to the left and lift your head to look at your right knee and place it straight down from your right hip. And then place the right foot straight out from the knee. And lower your head if you lifted it. And then you can, optional, rest the left foot onto the right knee. Right arm is overhead. And then flex the right foot sideways, curling the outer edge of the foot in toward the knee. Breathing deep and slow. Reaching out of the hand as you inhale. Relaxing as you exhale. And then if your left foot is on your knee, leave it there. If not, I invite you to bring it there as we move the right foot back onto the floor with the knee facing the ceiling. And then clasp the hands or use a strap behind the back of the right leg. Flex both feet. Pull the chin in toward the throat. Breathe deeply into the body. And then as you exhale, press the right foot toward the left foot. Keep both feet flexed. Can you keep your feet flexed but relax through your legs, especially that left leg? No tension, no resistance, just receiving the stretch, softening. And then release the left foot down. And then straighten and bend that right leg, keeping the foot flexed. And then hold the leg straight. Inhale and lift your head. Slide the hands up. And if that right leg is straight, then you can straighten your left leg. Flex both feet. And then inhale deep and long. And then after you're done with your inhale, add another sip of breath in. Exhale, belly pulls down, backs of the shoulders relax toward the floor. The weight of the hands just naturally and effortlessly pulls the leg in. You can experiment with how it might feel on the inhale to press the leg into the hands or the strap. Using that extra sip of air after each in-breath. Breathe all the air out on the out-breath. Your head is lifted, lowered down, keeping the leg up, grabbing hold of either the foot or the outside of the leg. Take the right arm out to the side, to the right, and then aim the right leg to the left as far as it'll go without rolling the buttock off the floor. Turn your head to the right. And then release the leg straight up. And slowly lower the leg down with control. Once the leg comes down, relax both legs, relax the whole body. Notice how it feels to breathe. And then hug the knees in, cross the ankles, bring the hands onto the knees. We're going to rock back and forth on our spine and get enough momentum to rock over the feet onto hands and knees. Try to do it without your hands. Coming on to hands and knees, placing hands under shoulders and knees under hips, unless you want to do the downward dog and upward dog version. And then the hands will be in front of the shoulders instead of under the shoulders. So we're just going to move the spine in the vertical direction. If you're doing cat and cow, you'll inhale and curl the tailbone up. Bring the breath up the belly, up the ribs, up the chest, reach the eyes up. The exhale also starts at the tailbone, curling down, lifting the belly, dropping the head. Downward dog is on the exhale. Upward dog rolls onto the tops of the feet, dropping the hips but not the knees, rolling the shoulders back, rolling the eyes up. Finding the version that works for you today. And if you're in the dog version, bring your knees back down. And then we'll all come into a puppy pose. Keeping the hips over the knees, walk the hands forward. Dropping the chest. Resting either on the forehead, the chin, or the cheek. Keeping the elbows straight. As you exhale, drop the back body toward the chest. See if you can find the space to breathe deeply. If you're on one cheek, change. If you're on one cheek, come center. Bring the hands in. Bring yourself up. And then send the right foot out. We're going to come down onto the left shoulder and try to bring the left hand to the right foot or the right leg. you're on the left side of your head. Bring your right hand to the floor, take a breath in, and then exhale and push down through the right hand, rolling toward the back of your head. And then send that right arm up and back behind you. Try to press the right heel to the floor. Use the fullness of your breath. Return the right hand to the ground on the right side. Press yourself up, releasing the left hand, walking the hands under you. Roll yourself all the way up. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, bringing the right hand down to the right leg and bringing the left arm over to the right side. Coming into gateway pose. Rolling your gaze up. Good. As you inhale, press down into your right foot and your left leg, stretching out of the fingers. Exhale, relax and slide the arm down. Close the eyes if you can and feel the stretch and try to send the breath into it. Stretching the skin where it's tight inside. And then inhale, lift the arm up. Send the hand down to the ground beside you. And then lift the right leg up and take hold of the foot with your hand. Pull the heel to the buttock and press the buttock forward. Good. Now we're going to move that left hand over to the left some more. Change the placement of the left foot behind you so that you're facing down and you can kick that foot up. Take your gaze up. Beautiful. Release the foot and step it up nice and wide. Let the hips drop. And then if you can, come down onto your elbows and forearms. Maybe you want to stack your fists and rest your forehead on them. Sink your left hip down. Press down into your right big toe. And then bring that left hip all the way to the floor, lifting your head. If you can be on your left elbow, that's fine. Otherwise, your left hand. We're going to bring the right hand to the right knee and press. So you've rolled onto the outer edge of your right foot. Can feel that stretch deep in the hip. It's a really different kind of stretch than the other hip stretches that we've been doing. Beautiful. And then release your hand, send the right leg back. You'll be on both forearms now. And we'll just do a Sphinx pose here. Pressing down through the tailbone, elbows under the shoulders. Draw the forearms in toward the body as you bring the back ribs forward and the eyes up. Really focus on that pulling in and how that counters that and encourages that sense of the back ribs coming forward. And then see how the breath feels. Those of you who want to work harder, you can come into a forearm plank instead, lifting the knees, coming onto the toes. Just be here for a few more breaths. If your knees are lifted, bring them down. And then let's all come back onto the hands. Send the left leg out to the side. We'll come down onto the right shoulder and bring the right hand to the foot or to the leg. Resting initially on the right side of the head. The left hand is on the floor. Take a breath in. As you exhale, press into the left hand. Try to roll to the back of your head. And then send that left arm up and back. Feel the breath moving the twist. Left hand comes down. Press into the hand to lift yourself up. Walk both hands in. Inhale and roll yourself up. Reach the arms up. And exhale, bring the left hand down. Sending the right arm over to the left. And then here again, we'll inhale and press down with the left foot and the right leg and reach out of the fingers. Exhale, slide the hand down the leg. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale the hand to the ground, level with the knee. Send the left leg up, bend the leg, pull the foot in toward the buttock. Press the buttock forward. Engage your breath. It will help you stabilize. Now we're going to turn to face the floor. So the hand and the foot are going to move. And then we kick the foot up and lift the gaze up. And then release the foot and step it up nice and wide. And then let the hips drop down toward the floor. Bringing the hands both to the inside. So the foot is not lined up with the hip, but off to the left. And then if you can, come down onto your elbows and forearms. You're welcome to do so. Stay on your hands if that works better. You can rest your forehead on stacked fists if that's available. And then with each exhale, just sink. Just feel the heaviness of the bones in your pelvis dropping. Press down into your left big toe. If your head is on your fists, lift it. And then we'll bring the left hand to the inside of the left thigh and press it away, rolling that left foot open onto the outer edge. And then bring the hand back down, send the left leg back, bring the hips down, come onto the elbows, but bring the index fingers and the thumbs together so that you're creating a diamond inside your hand with the elbows shoulder width apart. And then you're going to lift your hips, let your knees come forward a bit. Keep the hands and arms as they are. Curl the toes under. Take a breath in. And then exhale and lift the knees. Press forward through the forearms, back through the hips. Relax the head down. Maintain a sense of forward pressure through the arms. Press the fingers into each other. Press the thighs back. Really press down through the heels. Breathe belly to chest. As you exhale, sink. Let the belly try to fold toward the thighs, lifting the hip creases, lifting the sit bones. And then come up onto your hands. Walk your hands back to your feet. Taking a flat back as you inhale.
And then folding over as you exhale. You can let your arms just rest down. You can hold your hands behind the backs of your legs. You can tuck your feet on hands under your feet. You can grab hold of opposite elbows. Whatever you're doing, push down through your feet, lift up through your thighs. Take a really long breath in and a really slow breath out. And then release the hands if you're using them in any way. Soften the knees, tuck the chin, roll up slowly. On an inhale, reach the arms up. Bring the palms together. Bend the elbows and bring your thumbs to your upper back. Try to slide the thumbs down the back. Clasp your hands and rest them behind the back of your head. Drop your chin forward, let your elbows hang toward the floor. Press down into your feet. Imagine that you're breathing up from the ground through your feet, through your legs, through your torso, all the way up into your neck. And then lift your head. Keep all the fingers interlaced except the index fingers and send the arms up into the air with a steeple mudra. And I'm going to make giant circles in the air like we're drawing circles on the ceiling with those fingers that are pointed. Big giant circles. Use your breath. And reverse. Where does it make sense to inhale? Where do you exhale? Good. Come center. And release the arms down. Roll the shoulders. Bring the hands together at the heart. See if you can lift your heels and close your eyes. Focus on a place in your center and feel your breath there. If you center your mind,
your body might feel more centered and less wobbly. And then bend your knees, lowering your buttocks down, staying on your toes. Pull the belly in, encouraging the tailbone to release down. Gently press the palms together, rolling the shoulder blades back and in. Feel the expansion of your breath and the release of your sit bones down as you exhale. Beautiful. Release the hands to the ground. Drop your head, walk your hands forward. Hold on tight with your fingertips and try to lower your heels. Feel the breath where it goes with the thighs up against the ribs like this. Kind of like a child's pose, except on your toes. And then bring the hands in to help you lower down onto your buttocks and lower down onto your back. Starting with the knees bent. Lift the hips, tuck the tailbone under, lower back down. Release the legs and shake them out. If you have an eye pillow that you'd like to place on your eyes, now would be a good time. And then we'll all rest the arms out away from the body with the palms facing up. Taking a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, releasing the body into the ground. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the jaw, lower teeth separate from upper teeth, lips slightly part. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the activity of the mind. Turning your full mental capacity to the experience of your breath. And then letting the breath be itself, allowing your body to breathe however it does without interference. And just letting the mind rest in the knowing of the breath, however it is. And when you notice that the mind has wandered, no problem, mind does. Just bring it back. Deeply relaxed. Letting go. Letting go. Letting Breathe into your heart. Move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rock gently from side to side, feeling the ground massaging your back. Come center, rub the hands together, the soles of the feet together. Roll onto your side, resting your head on your underside arm, resting your body on the ground, resting your mind in the experience of this moment, the sensations, feelings, thoughts, the sounds, the smells, whatever's here. Dwelling in the center of it with your mind. Slowly press yourself up, coming into any comfortable seated position. Sit bones sinking down, head lifting tall. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, the hands together at the heart. Inhale, the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.